everyone. It is our last video for 2018. As you can see behind us, it is Christmas. Merry Christmas. Today I am testing out the Pentax KP, who our model that is holding it, who is?
Hi, my name is Darlene.
And if you recognize Darlene, she has been on our YouTube channel before. The last video we did together was testing out the Canon 5D Mark IV. And like I said earlier, we're testing out the Pentax KP, which is a crop sensor camera. So as you can see, the form factor for the camera is small because the sensor is smaller. But Darlene, in your opinion, how do you like the way the camera is physically?
I love everything so far. I love how there's a grip right here, which is interchangeable.
Yes.
And you can change it into small, medium, and large.
Large, yeah. That's a large on right now.
Yeah, so it's perfect for everyone to use. And I love how it's easy to use. So there's this small dot where it helps you focus on an object or a person. So I like that.
How about the image quality? We've been shooting for about 20 minutes. How do you like the images that's coming out from the camera?
I love everything so far. So I love how it brings out the color of my eyes, my makeup, my hair, everything. Yeah.
As some of you may not recognize Darlene because you had a total makeover, different style makeup, different color hair, and different outfit from the last video we did. But yes, but we still have one more outfit to shoot in.
Yes.
And we'll continue shooting around the lobby area of Sheraton.
Bye.
Bye. The Pentax KP, some physical features is it has a magnesium alloy weather-sealed body that can go down to about 14 degrees Fahrenheit. It is very light at 1.41 pounds. What was mentioned earlier in the introduction is this grip can actually be changed to small, medium, or large, and it does come with the KP when you purchase it. The rear tilting screen, which can come out like this, is 921K dots. It is not a touch screen, which I would like. The card is only a UHS 1 card. It is not UHS 2, and it's only a single card slot. The battery is really small. It's rated at CEPA 390 shots. So this is not the battery that you would find in the K1. Okay, I think Darlene is ready now, and we will keep on shooting. One, two, and three. One more. 1, 2, and 3. The cool thing about this camera is the ISO range. It can go from 100 to 819,000 ISO. It also has built-in image stabilization IBIS inside the body, of course, and it is 5-axis. And it really works well with this lens. I have to lower down the shutter speed to about 1/80th of a second, but I'm still getting very sharp shots from this IBIS in the camera itself. It is very dim in here, like I said earlier, And so the ISO I'm getting is about 3200 or 4000, and lowering down the shutter speed really helps a lot. Some thoughts of using the Pentax KP throughout this photo shoot. Been using it for about hour and a half, primarily for portraits with Darlene, is the customizable dials. All on one side of the camera, you can have the most important ISO, shutter speed, and aperture. Also, what I like about it is just the way it feels. It's very light at 1.4 pounds without the lens, and just with the high ISO capability, to my eyes, from the back of the screen, ISO 4000, ISO 5000, even 6400 is very clean, coming from a crop sensor. I can't wait to go home and check out the raw files on the computer and see how it reacts with the editing I'm going to do. The Pentax KP has a 24.3 megapixel no AA CMOS sensor on it. It can shoot at 7 frames per second. It can only do 1080p 30 frames per second video, and I believe also 1080p 60i. It does have a 4K internal movie time lapse. Focus points isn't as much as I'm reading here. Offers about 27 focus points with 25 of them cross type, but it is able to focus down to about -3 EV. And I think focusing right now with the Pentax Limited 77mm lens is very good. I don't know if you can tell, but here in the lobby, it is very dim lighting, and I'm able to hit focus every time I'm shooting Darlene. And I know Darlene likes a couple of the shots we just did here, and we're just being lit up by like 2 or 3 lamps right now. Okay, we'll continue shooting. I'll get more of the rocks. Focus, guy. Okay, you can 1, 2, 3. A couple more. 1, 2, 3. I forgot to mention that the optical viewfinder is 0.95x magnification, but you have to remember this is a crop sensor, so it actually comes down to equivalent of a full frame of a 0.63. So full frame cameras that have about a 0.71 or 0.78 is really large. So I'm not really used to looking through this optical viewfinder that's cropped. It's a little bit small for me, but the coverage is good at 100% coverage. Darlene, photos so far, outside. We moved from
outside?
Inside to outside, yeah.
I like it. I like
Nice.
the setting. Perfect for the camera. Yeah.
And I know it's kind of like the same light. It's dim inside, dim outside, but I'm surprised the camera's able to pick it up, and it looks pretty clear to my eyes. Okay, we're almost done shooting, and we're gonna shoot a couple more minutes and wrap it up. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're done with our photo shoots. Darlene, how do you like the pictures overall with the Pentax KP camera?
I really like it so far, and I have a lot of favorites, so it's going to be hard to choose.
I know just looking through the camera and looking at all the pictures, I could think of like at least 15 really great shots from the camera itself, yeah. And I think it helps, the lens also helps with the image quality, but just seeing how the higher ISO in this low light performs,
It's really good.
It's really good,
Yeah.
And it doesn't really feel like I'm working because the camera is light compared to like a bigger DSLR. It kind of feels like I'm on a job or I'm getting paid to do some kind of event. Versus this, it feels like I'm just having fun with the camera. So I can't wait to go home and check out the photos. Thank you for watching Guam Photography, and please subscribe.
Bye.
Hey everyone, we are home now on the computer. Merry Christmas. This video should be uploaded on Christmas Eve 2018 Guam time. It was really bad. It was bad weather that day. It was raining really hard, so we decided to shoot inside a local hotel lobby. And special thanks to Sheraton Guam. That's where we shot Darlene in front of the Christmas tree. So the base ISOs, I don't have any low base ISO. Darlene was trying out the camera and at ISO 200. The camera misfocused a little bit, but as you can tell, ISO 200 it's very clean. But as far as the photo shoot is concerned, I believe ISO 640 was the lowest that the camera was able to go while it was still bright. And just looking and zooming in ISO 640, to me it is very clean. Still very clean at ISO 640. Let's go even higher. Let's look at 1600. I'm going to choose an unedited raw file. Yeah, this hasn't been touched. So ISO 1600, looking at the shadows, still very clean. If you raise up the exposure a bit, the grain is very familiar to me with the Pentax K1. Pentax just has a certain grain with their cameras. Let's raise the ISO even further. I know 2500, I believe I was shooting against a background that was pretty bright. ISO 2500, yeah, here. So if you check this out, this should be unedited. Yeah, now it's unedited. So just bringing down the highlights, we are able to bring some detail from the background. And this is pretty good at ISO 2500. Bringing up the shadows, details in Darlene's jacket. The grain is actually pretty pleasant to look at. It's not that bad at ISO 2500. Okay, let's go on to higher ISO. Let's just see 3200. This is with Godfrey in the background. Unedited. Yeah. 3200. Still very clean. Okay, let's go even higher. Let's see what shots I have at 5000. ISO 5000. This is outside. 4000. 4000 is not bad. This is unedited. As you can see, the grain is really not that bad for this crop sensor. I'm pretty impressed by it. 5000. Let me see. This is some of the photos taken outside. This should be unedited. So ISO 5000. It looks like the Pentax missed focus a little bit. Yeah, 5000 is still usable. I would still use it. I didn't edit photos. ISO 5000. 8000. This is against the wall. Let me see anything higher. 10,000. Let's look at 10,000. Let's see. We can. And this is raw. This is all unedited files. Not bad for 10,000. Let's see if we can lower down the highlights. Yeah, you can actually still recover. And it's not bad with the details being put out from the jacket. Pretty good at higher ISO. I didn't really test higher than 10,000 or 12,800, but just on a real life photo shoot, just looking at all the Pentax RAW files from ISO 640 to 5000, it's really good. This is one of my favorite photos here, and this is shot at 3200. But as you can see, the grain is very pleasant, really pleasing. And overall, I think the Pentax KP is a really great camera for portraits. It's really lightweight. As you've seen in the video, you can actually change the shutter speed, ISO, and aperture from the 3 dials. Also, the battery life lasted pretty long. I shot about 200 photos and I still had like 90% battery life left. I did wish it was a touchscreen, and I did wish it had an EVF instead of optical. I'm so used to EVF electronic viewfinders now. Other than that, I can't really say anything bad about the KP. Image quality is really great. It did kind of make me miss my Nikon DF that I used to have because it was really small, and having interchangeable grips really did help. I really like using the large grip, and overall just a fantastic camera. You can get awesome images from this camera. Really had fun using it for this portrait session with Darlene. Thank you for watching Guam Photography. Again, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. Of course, as always, please subscribe.